Hello, coolers. Welcome back to Viva Barca and welcome to another interesting episode where we are going to be discussing on the latest developing stories. We start with this report claiming that Barca are looking currently at two right backs, including Joao Cancelo, who is currently Manchester City outcast. We are going to be discussing on that as we progress. Then, secondly, talking about Ilkay Gundogan, as Barcelona have officially confirmed the midfielder signing as they posted on their official pages on social media today. We are also going to be discussing on that. So guys, as we get right into the full stories in much detail, please do ensure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch it right up to the very end. Barcelona have stepped up their efforts to sign a new right back in recent weeks. The club had initially stepped into the market, making a midfielder and a striker a priority, but it appears they are now also serious about a right back. The Blaugrana are lacking any recognized option in that position. While Jules Koundé is unhappy with his role at the club, Barcelona, therefore, are reportedly prepared to spend up to 15 million euros for a new right back. To that end, Gerard Romero claims Barca are already looking at a couple of options in the form of Joao Cancelo and Ivan Fresneda. The two of them are currently the club's main options as they look to reinforce their ranks on the right side of the fence. Cancelo has been a target of Barcelona for a long time now, and it appears the club are still sensing the opportunity to sign him on loan this summer. However, Manchester City are preferring a permanent sale, which could make life difficult for Barcelona. That brings us to Fresneda. The young star is coming on the back of a solid season at Real Valladolid, and his performances have alerted even foreign clubs such as Borussia Dortmund, who have been closely linked with a move. As per Romero, though, Joan Laporta has an excellent relationship with Fresneda's agent. The Barcelona president may even play a key role in facilitating the young star's potential move to the Camp Nou. But it remains to be seen whether or not Xavi Hernandez and the coaching staff approve of that transfer. Fresneda, after all, is still in the nascent stages of his development, and there is a stark possibility the investment might end up failing. So it will be interesting to see how things transpire in the coming weeks. Of course, the issue of a right back continues to remain a topic of discussion, as we all know that we don't have any natural right back currently at the club, and it is common sense that Barca should at least go for one natural right back out there. And it was quite shocking to me, to be honest, when Xavi came out some weeks ago saying that right back is not one of his priorities, that he sees only a new DM as his top priority, that until when the club succeeds in getting other positions to strengthen, then from there, if and only if there is space on the wage bill, then Barca will maybe go now for a right back. For me, that makes no sense. We need a right back, and it should be one of those positions that it should be prioritized. And of course, Koundé does not even want to play there. So why would the manager still be making as if he does not see it too necessary? I think it is very, very compulsory we get one. Of course, it is no secret that Joao Cancelo have been the most loved and linked player that the Barca faithfuls want him to join, but are bet on a loan move, knowing fully well that Barca can't pay the full amount of the price of the player demanded by Manchester City, as it currently stands at 70 million euros. It's way too much for Barca's capacity in their recent financial capabilities. And of course, the honest truth is, going for Cancelo, if Man City have emphasized that they must pay that amount, then Barca just have to quit. Seriously, it won't go through. But Barca have still not given up. They have still not given up. There's still hope that they can convince the player and Man City to go for a loan move, and also hoping that that loan move will have a permanent purchase option for next season. And hopefully, if Barca have some financial stability, they might, activate that permanent clause if the player does well in the club. That is the plan that Barca currently has, but Manchester City are not seeing it in the same light. Of course, the player himself, according to reports, who prefers leaving Manchester City permanently. He doesn't want to be part of Man City, or he doesn't want to have anything to do with Man City again, especially after falling out with Pep Guardiola. So there's an issue internally with the player and the manager, and the player wants to leave permanently. He does not want his name to be registered as a Man City player, as it was in the second half of last season when he was at Bayern, and his price is 70 million. Bayern themselves refused to pay such an amount, and they were not even interested to buy him in the first place because he did not perform the way they thought he will. But Barca, no matter what, still see him as the best candidate to come in as the new right back for Barca. But right now, to be honest, it looks somehow complicated. So let's see how it goes. But honestly, a new right back should be bought, because if we go into next season without a new right back, it's going to complicate our season somehow. Because if Xavi thinks he's going to continue using Jules Koundé, I think can still backfire on him, because the player is not happy, and you don't expect to play an unhappy player in his unnatural position. Then moving on to the final story of discussion, Barcelona have officially signed Ilkay Gundogan. Of course, they officially announced the signing of the veteran today as a free transfer. The 32-year-old was set to become a free agent this summer, with his contract at Manchester City expiring, and Barca had been working hard on his signing for a very long time. And despite competition from Arsenal, Saudi Arabia, and Manchester City themselves, Barcelona were able to convince the German international to make the move to Catalonia. An agreement with the player was finalized last week, with director Matteo Alemany flying to Munich to close that deal. And now the Blaugrana have officially confirmed the transfer, which is a great way for them to kickstart the summer. Gundogan has signed a 2-year contract with Barcelona until the summer of 2025, with an option for an additional 1 year, which will likely be activated based on the number of appearances he makes in his second season with the club. The former Borussia Dortmund midfielder's contract also consists of a release clause worth €400 million, having recently led Manchester City to a historic treble this past season. Gundogan will be hoping to achieve similar success at Barcelona in the coming years. Of course, what a signing it was, considering what Gundogan have been doing under Pep Guardiola for Manchester City. I think his signing will be a huge boost for us into next season as Barca strive to compete, for all the trophies to win them. I think Gundogan is a great signing. He's a very good and technical player, versatile, and I think he's going to bring a lot to this team.